Welcome to day 22 of our angel adventure, connecting with a different archangel or Archeia, the divine feminine angels, every day. Today we are meeting with Archangel Jophiel, the angel of beauty, illumination, and wisdom. Let's take a moment to say a big yes to inviting Jophiel to come forward. If you have the card part of the deck, the female archangels, just bringing it into your heart. If not, just bring your hands to prayer or simply just close your eyes. As we just take a moment to come into reverence and into presence, just grounding into our body. Taking a moment through our breath just to detach from anything that we have been focusing on. Calling our light back in. So that we can be here fully now. As we invite in Archangel Jophiel of the highest light, may you now come forward and begin to imbue your love, your consciousness, your frequency, your healing into our space, into our body, as we merge and become as one with you. And just saying a big yes if you really want to partner with Jophiel over the next 24 hours, friends. Breathing in, maybe even feeling that yellow and golden ray that Jophiel serves on, beginning to fill you, brighten and enliven you. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes. And before we dive into Jophiel's teachings, I just want to talk a little bit more about the difference between the Archeia and the Archangels, just maybe from another angle. Because I appreciate, even though I've been working with the Archeia and teaching about who they are, their medicine, their role here, why they're here, for so many years all around the world, I appreciate that the awareness of the divine feminine archangels is still relatively new. So let's just have a chat about that, because Jophiel, the angel of the sun, is often depicted as female. And interestingly, the angel of the moon, Archangel Haniel, is often depicted as female as well. Now, what's been happening is the artists and the authors are definitely tuning into the Archeia, but they're not really going deep to say, okay, this isn't actually Jophiel or Haniel, this is actually the Archeia. It's that frequency that they're tapping into. Because angels don't have a gender. They're not masculine, they're not feminine, but they have an expression that can relate to us, to our masculine, our inner masculine, to our inner feminine, and also to that which is neither gender, our unified consciousness. In truth, angels are unified consciousness, but they choose to express either masculine or feminine. And the feminine has always been there, it's just not been represented, but it's definitely been felt. And it tends to be the angel of the sun, Jophiel, and the angel of the moon that a lot of other angelic channels have felt as being female. And I really feel like in these instances, they're just connecting to Archeia Clarity, which is the feminine of Jophiel, and Archeia Radiant, which is the feminine of Haniel. And why is this? Because Clarity, who we connected with in day 21's video, as well as Radiant, Haniel's twin, is more, what would be the word? Because angels are not tangible, they're non-physical beings, but they hold more of a gravitas, they hold more of a physical base for which for Jophiel and for Hanael to express from. So they have that more masculine quality, whereas Jophiel and Hanael tend to appear as more feminine. Their focus more in terms of sensitivity for Hanael and beauty for Jophiel tends to fall more into the female category. But this just highlights what's taken place on the earth, this fluidity between genders, or even the fluidity to not assign to any gender, to not put ourselves into boxes. Because let's face it, earth is evolving, it's changing, so too is heaven. Nothing stays the same. And a big part of this path, this angelic path, all the while, all the many decades I've been channeling angels, is a big part of that, is to evolve these teachings and always just to connect what is the now, what is the now, what is the now teachings of these angels. And they're always sharing that heaven is evolving, and it's evolving as a mirror of what's taking place on earth, because angels will always reflect us. They will always reflect who we are. They will always show us our potential, often that we don't see ourselves, and that's why we see them as with halos and with wings and all illuminated, because they're showing us our divine potential. And Jophiel is by no exception. He is the angel. He's literally holding the light to say, come on, see your potential, especially when it comes to creativity. Because creativity is how we allow our source light, our own consciousness, to move through us. And we can express this in many different ways, through crafting and art and painting, writing books, speaking, conversations, what we're creating. When we are connected to our source, to our own inner being, and we allow that to express, that's when we're in the flow of creativity. And creativity is not something that we need to hold on to or feel like we've got to, it's not something to grab onto. It's literally like love. It's a stream of consciousness that we just align to. It's our consciousness. And so Jophiel really helps us to tune in and to tap into our own flow of creativity. Here he is saying it's a time to create. It's a time to let your inner artist play in whatever way your inner artist wants to play, to really come onto the stage of your life and bring something, bring your light to the world, because your very presence is the greatest present that you're going to give to the world. I know that sounds super corny, but it's also very beautiful. And Jophiel is all about who cares, who cares whatever you're creating, what another person thinks about that. It doesn't matter if it's coming from a true place. It's art, it's beauty. And I saw something on social media this morning, just as Jophiel was coming in, tuning in to him and opening up social media just to start the day, check messages. I saw this beautiful picture of this artist who had literally just taken leaves and twigs and things that she had found on the ground and made a picture of Mother Earth. And it was so beautiful, friends. And in the caption, it read that we can just, art doesn't have to be expensive. You can take what other people think is trash, is rubbish, and create the most magnificent art. And it's so true, friends. In Jophiel's imagery, he also has his animal ally, which is the wolf. I don't know if you can see this. And if you have the deck, this one comes from the Female Archangels. A lot of the cards have animals coming through, like Clarity, Jophiel's twin, excuse me, has a beautiful eagle coming through. So these animals really have a very close link with Jophiel and Clarity, the wolf and the eagle. Very protective, very wise, beautiful beings to tune into. So here he is. Isn't he wonderful? Love the artwork. He really helps to open and develop our crown. He helps us to see beauty in the world, beauty in everything, even in our ugliest moments when we think we're ugly. The angels never think we're ugly. And again, it's nothing about aesthetics, it's about your true light. And like creativity, creativity meets you in your ugliest, meets you in your messy. And sometimes I'm not a great artist, but I love painting. And it's not about being good or bad about something, but just going back to my painting days, in those moments when you're just feeling so much emotion, that's often the best time to paint. It's often the best time to create and just allow what's coming through you to be put on the canvas. It might not be something that you want to give to other people. It might just be a way for you to express. And so wherever you are, Jophiel meets you and takes often what is messy and what other people would think of is not beautiful. He makes it into a beautiful work of art. Wonderful angel to partner with. To also see your own inner beauty, your own inner wisdom, to amplify your own inner knowing as well, development of the crown. This is your angel to connect with. His crystal allies are yellow calcite, stone of the crown as well, citrine. This was the big bit of citrine I wanted to share with you yesterday. Both Jophiel and Clarity, his divine twin, resonate with citrine. Clarity, more natural citrine. Jophiel, this beautiful, abundant crystal, which is wonderful to have if you have a desk, if you have a work desk, put a little bit of citrine or a big bit in the top left hand corner, which is your abundance corner. And if you want to know more about crystal and angelic feng shui, just go back to Victory's Archeia Victory's video, and we talked a little bit about that. And also a plant ally. My mum bought me this plant yesterday, friends, and this is one of Jophiel's plants. I didn't ask her to do this, she just was inspired. Again, inspired with the angels to bring this in. And it is calendula. Isn't it wonderful? And this is one of Jophiel's flowers. And this is the magic that happens when you say yes to connecting with angels. Other people that are around you will start to link in with that energy if they're open to it as well. And I want to leave this video with Jophiel's affirmation. And also do check out the book because there's a wonderful exercise called Breathing in the Sun, because Jophiel and Clarity, they say one of the simplest ways that we can further our path of enlightenment while feeling really good, bringing great boost to our health, is simply just to go outside every day and breathe in the sun. Even if all we're seeing is dark grey skies, which is often the case here in Scotland, the sun is still there. The beauty is still there. And even just saying yes and intending that you're breathing in the sunlight, you are bringing it in. Those yellow and gold rays that Jophiel serve on, you're bringing that in. And really see those rays come into your third eye, coming into your crown, going down your body, down through the soles of your feet and into the earth. So you really are a conduit. You're really bringing heaven to earth, seeing everything as golden, everything lit up. Such a gift to give, such a gift to receive, and it really will further your own path. Okay, this is a blessing from Archangel Jophiel, and he guides us to do this with our arms open. So if you want to do this along with me, let's say it 3 times with conviction. Allowing my inner artist to play colors life beyond imagination. Allowing my inner artist to play colors life beyond imagination. Allowing my inner artist to play colors life beyond imagination. And so it is. So much love, friends. Let me know how you're getting on with the journey in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.